Friday, December the 9th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Let's get right into it. Arctic air in place. That's a look during the 5 o'clock hour this morning from our Greensboro Tower camera, where it is clear and quite frigid this morning. And boy, it's actually not quite frigid in the Piedmont yet, but it's getting there. And certainly the mountains quite cold. That's a look from the Beach Mountain Parkway cam, courtesy of our friends there at resortcams.com. A little fresh snow on the ground there at Beach Mountain, and the temperature sits at 16 degrees. Again, during the 5 o'clock hour this morning. Can't see much yet from the Appalachian Ski Mountain webcam where the lights are not turning on, but snowmaking operations back underway at all the ski resort areas across the region. Sugar Mountain scheduled to reopen today, Friday. The other ski resort areas will open tomorrow. So you should have all of the skiing and riding options, at least most of them, available to you as we get into the upcoming weekend. One more camera shot this morning before we move on. We'll take a peek down in Charlotte. There's the Dowd YMCA camera looking good, but it is much colder this morning than where we were yesterday morning, right now down to 31. All right, so here's the deal. We're starting off the day with the cold air filtering on into the region. Yesterday had highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s along the I-85 corridor, a little warmer off to the south and east. There's your Triad area high temperatures, close to 50 yesterday. Charlotte viewing area yesterday, generally low and mid 50s in most spots. And it's going to be a good bit colder today. That Arctic air plunging in. There's a lot of cold air in a whole lot of places this morning. Look at the teens and 20s over much of the Ohio Valley and the Mississippi Valley. And then you get back into some single digits and sub-zero temperatures back through much of the plain states. This is a really cold morning in a lot of the lower 48. A little bit of snow flying actually up into parts of the mountains of Virginia and up into Kentucky and West Virginia. That'll stay generally out of certainly the Piedmont and foothill zones of North Carolina. I mean, there's been a few snow showers in parts of the North Carolina mountains, but that'll taper off. Some lake effect snow showers downwind of the Great Lakes as this Arctic air pours on in. And Arctic air, that's your big story today and tomorrow. A lot of sunshine today in spite of that sun. Here's the best we're going to be able to do for high temperatures here on this Friday. No real changes to our thinking for lows tonight. A lot of the I-85 corridor, anywhere from 18 to 23 degrees for your low temperatures, even colder in the mountains. And then still a really chilly day for your Saturday. Sunshine all day long tomorrow with highs again struggling to make it up into the low and mid 40s. Sunday, clouds increase late in the day. I think we stay precipitation free Sunday though. And there's your highs on Sunday afternoon. Then kind of a convoluted setup thereafter. Let me get into some of the more detailed modeling here. Let's start out with the upper air chart from the European model. Here's your 500 millibar chart for today. This piece of energy has moved through, driving this Arctic air mass on in here. Now we get out. Well, I've got to reposition these, so hang on. All right, we get out to Monday morning. All right, that's the setup. And then let's go out a little bit further in time. And again, this is the European model. We go out to Thursday. There's your big trough later next week, diving into the eastern part of the country. And you look at 5,000-foot temperatures with that shot of cold air later next week. And there's some discrepancies between the modeling, but now the European is on board with this big push of cold air later on next week. And then kind of plowing into that cold air, you have a system that tries to arrive around Saturday, which I'll show you more on that in just a second. Now, in the longer range, and then I'll delve into the next week, here's a look at the GFS model, and it wants to poke this southeast ridge over the Bahamas that as we get into Christmas week. This is the week leading up to Christmas, so Monday the 19th into the 20th. That's a pretty warm setup. And actually, if you take a peek here at the European ensemble mean, there's your shot of colder air later on next week. That looks like pretty good certainty. And then you get out into the week leading up to Christmas. That's a warm look. I've been mentioning for a while now that the pattern kind of relaxes a little bit for us in terms of the cold air the week leading up to Christmas, and there's still a lot of indications of that. Now, we'll have to see. This is going to be, let me go back to this chart here on the GFS. This could be one of those deals where there's a real battle zone between brutally cold air here in the plains and the Great Lakes into the northeast and much warmer air to the south. There's a battle zone there with multiple storm systems, and that could be a really interesting and complex weather setup as we get a little bit deeper into the month. But let me kind of step you through the days leading up to all that here. This is today on the GFS model, cold and dry. There's tomorrow, same deal. We get out to Sunday, again, some clouds build, but I think we stay precipitation free by and large. Now, Monday, I will mention the opportunity for some rain showers. Now, the GFS has diverged from what I think is the most likely scenario Tuesday and Wednesday. GFS now has things dry on Tuesday, and then some showers back as a possibility on Wednesday. I'm going to go with something similar to what you're going to see here on the Canadian model. All right, this is the Canadian for Monday. Some rain showers a possibility. I'm going to maintain rain shower chances for Tuesday. And then as we get into Wednesday, still could be a few showers lingering around. Thereafter, there's that next system trying to dive in here by. It's a little slower on the latest Canadian, holding off until Sunday of next weekend. But let me kind of show you a couple other ideas here. Here's the European model. This is valid Monday, and again, there's your showers. Tuesday, again, you're looking at some showers there. I'm going to leave the chance of a few showers in there for Wednesday. And then by the time the weekend arrives, this is that next system on Saturday punching into residual cold, dry air that arrives later on next work week. And the GFS is kind of sniffing that out too. This is Saturday morning of next weekend on the GFS. That's that precipitation moving into that dome of cold air. So again, I've been highlighting that period around the 16th and 17th and 18th as something to watch for a while now, and still need to keep an eye on that system toward the beginning of next weekend. We'll see how that plays out in coming days. All right, that's it for the latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Hey, stay warm, have a great weekend, and God bless.